Hey everybody, it's Dive Girl Dab, and today I've decided to take on this project. And what's involved? I'm going to step this up 6 inches by adding a conversion block out of a kit, so that instead of a 4-inch piece of wood, I'm going to be able to do 10 inches. So I'm going to increase this distance here another 6 inches. Yes, it's going to involve another blade. And as you saw before, I got some of these really nice resawing blades from Timberwolf, and these are highly recommended. They have a really deep gullet here, which is that area in between that area, so it rakes out the wood really efficiently. But it's longer than this blade that's on here currently. So I have to take off the blade and remove this whole head section so that I can put that riser in. It's going to be a fun little project. Let's get at it, right? So I want everybody to know that it is unplugged. I'm not going to get it started up. I got the top cover off. Let's get this bottom one off. Vibration dampener. I'm just going to put all these parts over here. And so we got that opened up. Here's that guard, the shorter one, which will get replaced with this longer version. It's part of a kit that I bought, so it'll be longer, still be guarded. Now I need to release the blade. Yeah. And then this entire head assembly here gets replaced with a longer rod and a longer guard here. So instead of moving the camera, let's just do this. And this is what tensions your belt, which controls a little spider. So let's unlock it. Release tension here. Might have to set the camera aside for a minute. Hold on, guys. I think I'm getting it. Yeah, very good. All right. So if we come around and look at this side, you can see this blade's getting looser here. It should slip right off now. Sweet. Put that up and pop out the little center disc. Twist this around. Cut your head off. Oh, and I've got a stop nut here that I need to raise. Which might be that size. Sometimes this is what tinkering looks like, so you can try different things. I don't know if this is metric or standard yet. There we go. Take that guy out. Now I can get that blade out. Sweet. I'm going to flip it, squish it together. Should probably be wearing gloves, but I don't think this one's all that tight. Go under. Alright, now I'll mess around with that in a minute here, but I don't have to hurt myself. I'll set that aside. Alright, let's take this head assembly apart. There we go. What you doing, Miss George? Oh, that was sweet. Because this rod right here gets changed with a longer version here, so that it will reach our full height. Sweet. Okay. And then this gets a longer guard piece here that's adjustable. So I need to change out that. These little kits are really nice. I mean, I could spend time looking around with that, but having a little kit somebody already spent time putting all the pieces and parts together can be handy, especially when you have other things to do. Like, I just want to start cutting big logs now that I have wood laying around the property and all, right? That's how I figured out that. Now, if I move that out of the way, it'll go in better. There we go. Just tighten these guys up now. It's a good idea to have all your safeguards in place, as long as they don't get in your way. You know, I don't like safety stuff that gets in my way. And a lot of my tools don't have guards for that reason. Or I don't use guards for that reason. To each her own. Put this guy on here. Nice. Okay, that seems like that wants to get in the right. Let's see. You know, I think I want to take it off until I put the blade on, actually. So I don't have to accidentally bump my brand new blade with a piece of metal. That seems wise. Okay, so this side's set up. Now what I want to do now is I'm going to stop for a minute and I'm going to take a look at this assembly. I want to wipe down this rubber tires and I'm going to go get some of my 303 Rubber Protectant. Now you probably won't read about this in a woodworking book, but at the end of the day, I think it's a smart idea for anything with rubber. This is a really good preservative. Just wipe off the dust. And it's just going to give that rubber a longer lifespan. Rehydrate it with all the chemical properties that it loves to drink. And it'll help to be repellent for some of your, these little bits of rubber dampeners. Give them a dab. Not going to hurt. And it'll add to some longevity. And I throw that in a little container. Dum-da-dum. And then wash your hands. Or don't use your hands at all, even better. So just in case I went too fast, I'll show everybody. This is a 303 protectant. It's used for cars and boats and all kinds of places that you want to preserve rubber. I'm even going to go down onto that drive belt down there and spray some on that because it's going to help to keep that belt from checking and cracking. And that means it'll last longer. I mean, really, if this was a new belt, you'd want to take it off and soak it. But it's already on, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a little shortcut here and just spray some on that belt. And it's going to help that dude last a lot longer. So there's a second belt that goes up higher. Let me get some black tape here. That's pretty tight in there. I think I will take my razor. Push it around some more. That sucker's gonna last a little bit longer now. I'm drinking that stuff. There we go. Whew. It's like mother's milk, boy. Stuff just soaks right into the rubber and makes it shiny and pliable. Look at that wheel. It's glistening. I got these covered up pretty good. You can see it just dripping actually. But that's okay. It'll dry up, and what doesn't dry will spin off. And it's gonna get all of those belts down there well lubricated. See? It's good for it. And then don't forget to go wash your hands. Get this chemical off, right? Alright. Wash my hands, have a little coffee break. I do not have any clue on here because I'm on antibiotics still for my cat bite, which, boy, this one almost looks like there's a tick attachment. It's not. It is looking much better, and my hand is feeling better. So thank you to all my friends who were worried. I was kind of worried about that one. It really swelled up. You can still see a lot of the purple around it, but I've had worse, and I'll live through this one too. So my next step is this side is all free and unencumbered. So I've got to get that big bolt out, and then it'll be time to put the piece in and another bolt. So I might attach something to the top to hold that in place because I've only got 2 arms. So that's the next step. Let me plan that one out. Now I'm just going to do what I usually do and just jump into it. Alright, so I got to get this guy loosened. There we go. It's a really tight space. I don't have a wrench big enough. That's loose. Alright, so I'll make sure this doesn't go tumbling. Take that guy out. Oh, that's not too heavy. Cool. So it's got some pins there. I'll let you guys see real quick. So it's got some pins there that actually match up with that block quite nicely. So the block's got pins on it because this is made. So this machine came from Harbor Freight, and so this is a standardized block. Nice. Those alignment pins line right up. Now, I think what I should do is get this bolt in here and then line it up. Not too easy to do. Once I get it set up, then it can't fall out. There we are, like that. Almost. Stay down. finally. Stay. Now this guy, I've already let the bolt all the way out, so I should have plenty of space there. Catch that. Puppy up. Looks like we're gonna get it. Maybe we'll get it. Oh, that worked out really nice. As it gets up there towards the top, it's harder to reach in there with my wrench. There's that way trying to get it loosened. So I'll do smaller turns here. Oh, I think we're just about there. Okay, she's smaller now, all stepped up. That looks really good. She's definitely taller. Because look, it's taller than my head now, so she's definitely taller. That can go away. And I suppose I'm ready to load a blade now. I think I want to put some gloves on. That's okay. This is a much sharper blade I'm working with here. Let's see if I can get this part here without causing me damage. There we go. Good. And I'm glad I put gloves on. Okay. Smell the rosemary blowing. Alright, let's add some tension. That's going to take a minute. I'll put you guys on pause. So I decided to take the table off because now I've got a little tension on here, but I've got to adjust the tracking. And I think it's going to be easier to do that with it off. Because the blade has to go this direction. So I'm going to move these guys back a bit. And see if I can't get that to track a little better. There we go. That's looking better already. So I gotta futz with this a little bit. Alright, after a little bit of fiddling around, I think I've got it. Alright, so what I did is adjusted the tensioning, and it's got a setting here for a 3/4 inch blade, so I added enough tension for that. I aligned where I think I want it, and I've set the bolt to hold that. And then I came down here. You want this blade to come down the middle where it's going to be working, and this does this really nicely. So I think I've got pretty good tracking, I've got good tension, and I've got these guides located pretty well center, and I'm not really touching that back bearing unless I put pressure on it. See, it doesn't spin here, but if I put pressure on it, it does. So I think I'm all tuned where it should be, and I want to plug it in and hit start. See if it's going to go. I'm going to stand on this side over here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the power on so I don't have to put my head there. And I'll plug it in real quick. A little pulse, and we'll see what it does. That's what I'm talking about. This bearing doesn't spin. Here. Look at my tractor here. Yeah. I think I can live with that. Let's put the table on. Well, I officially have a 10-inch bandsaw now, which is pretty cool if you think about it. There we are. Oh, that's going to be a booger for me, huh? Alright, I can take care of you. Alright, so now then, it's just a matter of putting all the guards back on. I didn't have any of the same blue or green, so I went with the green I had. I missed a few spots, but I don't really care at the end of the day. It will not affect the performance. Cool. She's all tuned out now. Guard on first on the front, but let's see. trap in here, which I did not slice. It came sliced already. There we go. Put this plug back in. And try this blade guard here. I do want to give that a little bit of juice in the bearings. A little bit of a drink there. And hopefully this will go on easy. This I probably will need to adjust as well, right? So let's yes, we will need adjustments. Alright, let me tinker with that and get that tuned up. Alright, let's give it a run, see what it'll do. It is rattling. This back here is rattling. I'm going to do something about that. I don't like it. It's not hurting anything. Push it because I think what I need to do is to step the belt and give me some more power. So I'm not going to screw with the motor right now. This is some of that maple that was given to me, and this is a chunk that she asked for to keep. So I was going to get it squared up for her as one of my first projects, but I think I want to play around with that motor a little bit. I do have an extra motor from the chicken plucker that's brand new that I'm sure would run this beast, probably stronger than what's in here, so I might even swap the motor out. But I want to try to play around with those belts first and realign those. But man, this is exciting to finally get this saw all set up. That is really making me happy to have a massive reach like that now to be able to mill lumber. So let's look and see what I get maximum. Yeah, see, that's pretty nice. And I think if I took some of that junk off of there, I could get even more. But that's a lot. That's a big bite. Let's take a peek here with the tape measure. And that's actually 11 inches. Wow, that's more than I expected. 11 and a quarter, probably, if I really wanted to push it. So that is much more bite than I thought I would get, right to about there. So yeah, impressive as hell. I think my purchase of you know, $200 for this saw, even though it's, you know, a central machine out of Harbor Freight. She bought this beautiful fence from Craig, which these are $200, so that's a $400 saw already. It was another $135 for the step up, and then these saw blades are about $100. But this will probably outlive me, that blade, and what I want it to do. So I call this a project accomplished. This is a big project to get this checked off the list, is to get this bandsaw set up. I've got wood that I've been accumulating. Hi, George. Kit. There she is. There's Miss George. What you doing, kiddo? I know. Mom's out here playing in the sawdust. So, yeah, now I'm going to play around with the belts on here a little bit and set up different speeds and torque settings. So I've got multiples of those so I can move those belts around and get her to where she can really do the work that I want it to do. So we'll see how I go in terms of performance. But yeah, I'm really happy with that whole setup. I mean, for me to be able to buy a bandsaw that can cut that kind of depth, and you know, I want to cut veneers, like 1/4-inch veneers out of it, just really slow and gradual, and I think I'll be able to do that with some of this softer wood. So this is cool. This is really cool. This is a big accomplishment. Like I said, it's very exciting to have a saw that has that capacity on the property now. So it's really going to be essential for all of the boat building that I'm going to be doing with new walls and pieces and parts and stuff. And this is going to be an item that stays with the boat. So when the boat goes to wherever it goes in its next life, goes with the saw, because I want the saw to be able to be used for constant upgrades and improvements and maintenance on the boat. So that's kind of a package deal, I'm thinking. But I'm just flipping excited, man. This is just cool to be able to have a big old saw like this with that kind of cut. I am just stoked. Yeah, me running around, get little pieces of parts of this and that to make this book come together is magic at the end of the day. It creates miracles. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this interesting if you're a woodworker and you're trying to get into it and something a little different, or you don't have a lot of money. I'm really grateful to Molly, the lady I bought this from, and to the people at Timberwolf who I contacted and learned about their saw blades, because these are just amazing blades for resawing. And I know once I get this motor RPM and speed, I don't have enough inertia right now to cut this wood, so we got to get a little more speed going. But she's ready to go. Cool. I'm excited. Anyway, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye, George.